the game, cause see the boxing voice.
Rob with the Boxing Voice here with Omar Figueroa. You got a headlining a fight December 12th at the AT&T Center. Coming off that last fight you had down in Texas, you're down the road again fighting. How do you feel about coming into this fight versus Demarco?
Well, first off, like I said, the biggest difference is the injuries. I'm injury free, thankfully. So, man, like I just saying that, I feel like a big weight is lifted off my shoulders. I feel great coming into this fight. I'm gonna be, hopefully I stay injury free. I'm gonna be in great shape as I always am. I work hard to be able to be in shape and put up a good show for the fans. But hopefully I stay injury free, and we'll see what I can do.
And it's not only injuries you've been battling, you also moved up in weight and you have a big frame, and we knew that, the older you're getting, it was getting a little tougher to make fights. So how invigorated do you feel at this new weight and injury-free coming into this? You think we're going to see another level?
Well, like I said, I know what I'm capable of. I know how good I am, and I've showed it to many people throughout my life, and it's just a shame that I've been plagued with injuries. And I think being at 135 was holding me back too, because I was half dead getting to the damn scale. So it's a lot better now. I have a lot more breathing room. I know it's only 5 pounds, but those 5 pounds make a huge difference. And I'm excited to see what I'm able to do myself. Like I said, I finally got some sparring done. It'd been literally 2 years since I had sparred, man, and it felt good.
Okay, and now again, your Al Heyman is linked up with Leia Bata, and there's a lot of rumors swirling around that there's going to be multiple cards coming to Texas, like almost twice a month, something like that. But what are the talks, if any, with Al and your management team as far as what's going to go down for you next year in 2016? Not looking past Demarco, of course.
Yeah, no. Well, it's like I said, I make it easier for everybody because I honestly don't care who they put me up against. I work hard. And I was just talking to some other reporter, and she asked me kind of a question along the same lines, and I said, look, like honestly, I work hard enough, and I trust myself, and I know what I'm capable of. That if Heyman told me I had to fight Mayweather, for my next fight, I'd do it, or GGG, or you name it, any of the top names. I don't care who I step in the ring with. I know what I'm capable of. I know what I can do, and I know that if I'm healthy and in shape, I can beat anybody.
Okay, and Demarco, he's a proven veteran, and he's kind of came back and trying to pull off a little renaissance. What do you think he can provide in the ring for you as far as what you can showcase to convince the fans again that you're 100% back?
Well, I think the main thing is his experience. He, like I said, the first time I met him, he was fighting Valero, and he put up against a good fight against Valero. So no, and like I saw what Valero had to go through to prepare for that fight, and I saw what he had to do to bring that fight forward and get that victory. And so I know where the bar is at, and I know what kind of performance I have to do, and what I have to how I have to fight. So it's just, I guess it's more of a test to me, just to see how I guess kind of compare myself to Valero, because I know how great Valero was. So it's just kind of like me just comparing myself, being that competitive, having that competitive edge, and trying to prove that I'm the best.
All right, and a change of regimen is kind of a big deal with you're going to be training down here with your father, Nahuel Diaz. Can you tell the box board why you decided to have camp down here, even though you say Hal Heyman brings in the sparring partners, but he has the finances to do that, which is rare. But coming from you, what's going on with that situation?
Well, it's my kids. I have 2 kids, and I don't want to be away from them for 2 months. I think it's dumb to. I don't know. I know you kind of seclude yourself from people and all that stuff, but family is a whole different story, man. And I know how much I was suffering when I was away from my daughter when she was first born, and I don't want to put myself through that again, because I was more distracted being away from them than I am being with them. They're my world, they're my peace. So whenever I have a tough day at camp or whatever, and I get home to them, it makes everything better. So I think that's honestly the main reason. I asked Joel, if he could come down, I would gladly have him as part of my team. But he's, like I said, he's busy. He's busy up there in California too. So he has his own things going on. And if fate has us joining up again, like I said, I wouldn't mind.
Okay, still on talking terms.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, we talk all the time. Yeah, we talk all the time, actually.
And now that he's kind of blown up into this world class, one of the main trainers to go to, do you think it's kind of the Freddie Roach thing where fighters seem like they don't have enough attention because there's so many fighters going in? We saw the beef going on with him and Bradley, which is surprising the most. I mean, is that kind of also a factor that there's maybe he has a little bit too much going on up there?
Yeah, at times you might. It does feel that way, but see, at my point, with what I was going on, I had injuries going on too, so I didn't really need that much attention because I couldn't do much anyway. So I could barely hit the bags. I couldn't really do pads. So he didn't really have to focus that much on me, so I didn't mind. But if anyone shouldn't complain, it was Bradley. He gave all his attention to Bradley. Bradley always came first. He put me, second to Bradley at times. And it kind of bothered me because I'm like, hey, well, I have a fight coming up. I need to prepare too. But no, like he does what he has to do, and obviously Bradley was the one feeding his family at that point in time. And I was kind of saddened to hear that they split. They had such a good thing going, and like he says, third parties get involved, and that's when everything goes to shit.
Yeah. Okay. Lastly, what are we going to see? Any predictions? Something juicy? I mean, what are we going to expect out of you come December 12th at the AT&T Center in San Antonio, 3 hours north of your hometown?
Well, you already know I'm not the type to give any predictions. Not like winning the fight or knockout or anything like that. All I gotta say is I'm gonna be in shape, and I'm gonna go in there and try to punish my opponent as much as possible. And if the knockout comes, then we'll gladly have it.
All right. Appreciate your time. Definitely check you out, and thank you. All right. Signing out.